Saturday morning. It is the 14th of January, and it feels every bit like a January's day. Good morning to you. I'm First Warning meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week, chat about what's going on in the world of weather, hopefully getting your day started off on the right note. All of that fun stuff. Yeah, shall we? It's a little chilly outside. Listen. It's a lot chilly outside. Here's a look at our tower cam network. Beautiful blue sky, but yeah, that only tells one part of the story. Let me head over to Melbourne. Bright as can be, gorgeous though. Orlando International Airport. Do you see the camera bouncing around a little bit? That should tell you about the current status, right? Downtown Orlando, yep. Mainly clear skies, looking over toward Altamont Springs, looking absolutely gorgeous. Couple of lower clouds there. Tourist district, rise and shine. Other tourist district down. Ocala, just kind of have to tilt your head in order to see it. All right, so let's talk about temperatures. What you see on the bottom of your screen, those are the official, we call them the hourly observations. So Ocala current temperature 36. But what you're seeing here on the full screen, that is actually live data. That updates every like 5 minutes. So Kissimmee, it shows 40, it's 41 in Kissimmee. So we've come up 2 ticks instead of just the 1. 41 in Orlando, it is 39 in Leesburg, 37 degrees in Daytona Beach. So it is beautiful. Thank God we don't have any rainfall. Good gravy. No rain. We don't need any of that mess. But what we do have is a blustery wind. So, give me a second. Load. Thank you. Still recovering, by the way, in the weather department from a power outage the other day. Yeah. All right, let's talk about winds, shall we? Here's a look. 15 to nearly 20 mile per hour winds. So if these are the actual air temperatures, 36 in Ocala, 41 in Orlando, let's talk about the feels like temperatures. Instead of 36 in Ocala, it's 31 in Ocala. Instead of 41 in Orlando, it's 33. Feels like 29 in Sanford. Feels like 30 degrees in Daytona Beach and Palm Coast. So across our entire area, it is chilly. It feels even chillier. Is this dangerous? Well, if you're not protected, sure. You know, this really is uncomfortable. So because of that, we do have a wind chill advisory in effect for our area until 10 a.m. We've seen wind chills dropping into the upper 20s, but most of our area is running in the lower 30s. That's kind of where we're at. So through the day today, those temperatures, they're just not really climbing all that much. Here's a look neighborhood by neighborhood. First off, in red this morning, we've got your first warning weather day posted. What does that even mean? Because the wind chills are so chilly and the temperature doesn't quite reflect that, right? We've called this morning a first warning weather day. Then by 9 o'clock, done, over with, we'll be good to go. 11 o'clock, 46, 50 degrees by 1 p.m. and 52 our 3 p.m. temperature. All right, so it's gorgeous. It's going to be chilly. Then for tonight, it's going to be chilly. Like, we're not warming much. Then for tonight, yeah, it's getting even chillier. With clear skies and calming winds, those temperatures are going to fall like a rock. Okay, here's a look for now. This is kind of our current thinking at our forecast for this evening. Evening plans, notice clear skies, winds are calming, 9 o'clock 45, midnight 40, then we again get into a first warning weather day for tomorrow morning with clear skies. It's 37 by 3 a.m., 35 degrees in the metro area by 5 a.m. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. It's getting even colder for tonight. So let's do this. Let's just do today. Let's start with today and then we can work from there, okay? Forecast today, 52 in Orlando, 51 in Leesburg, 50 degrees in Ocala, 51 in DeLand, and 55 degrees in Melbourne. It's chilly, but it's actually not the coldest afternoon that we have seen this season. Remember, Christmas Day was a high temperature in the 40s, and I only bring this up just for statistical purposes. 52 in Orlando is chilly enough, but Christmas Day, Orlando's high temperature hit 46. And that was the chilliest afternoon high that Orlando had seen since 2010. Seriously. Christmas was bitter cold. It's really rare to have temperatures, high temperatures in the 40s. And let's be honest, today that's a possibility. I don't think we will, but it's a possibility. Yeah. So, for what it's worth, just something to keep in mind, all right? It's going to be chilly. It's going to be chilly. It's going to be chilly. Tonight, rocket launch, among other things, right? Launch window 5 to 9. Liftoff winds are the concern. All that air mass, all that big cold air mass in the area, pushing in winds. Liftoff wind's a concern. Upper level wind's a concern. And then because of all that wind, seas are concerned. So fairing is a concern. So, if I'm honest with you, the launch weather's probably fine at the surface. The upper level winds, meh. But does SpaceX still launch the Falcon Heavy tonight if the fairing recovery weather is bad? Because the fairing recovery is an important part of their reusability. It's not particularly mission critical, I don't think, and thus I'm curious if SpaceX will go for it or not. As long as the wind constraints are good, I mean, my gut would say as long as the wind constraints are good, and they just say, well, if we can get their fairings, then great. If we can't, then oh well. The fairings, by the way, think of it as the nose cone of the rocket. It's what protects the satellite inside, and about, a minute and a half, 2 minutes in, the fairing blasts off and leaves the satellite exposed, and then the fairings drop down to the ocean, and then they've got a ship that recovers it. So anyway, that's that. All right? So that's where we're at in terms of today and into tonight. All right? So this morning it's chilly and it's gusty. Through the day today, we're staying chilly and gusty. Tonight, those winds are going to calm. Those temperatures are going to absolutely plummet. All right? And then frost freeze conditions are likely. So what does tonight look like? Let's take you neighborhood by neighborhood. Let's start in our coldest area, okay? Marion County, good morning to you. You think it's chilly now, people? Look at tomorrow morning's readings. 30 in Ocala, 30 in Bellevue, 29 degrees in Reddick, and 31 in Dunellen. That's just to get us started. Now, granted, that's going to be among the colder temperatures that we've got. Joshua says, still not as cold as Michigan. Well, duh, we're in Florida. We're way south. I don't think anybody ever said it was going to be as cold as Michigan. 30 tonight in the Villages, 31 in Lake Penisoffkee, freezing in Webster, even Groveland, I think, because you're a little more rural than Claremont. I think Groveland, you'll drop down to about 32 degrees, 32 in Eustis, 33 degrees in Astatula. And then, there you go. Right at the beaches, we'll drop to about 41. But as soon as you head inland, watch those dropping on off, right? 39 in Melbourne, 34 degrees in Vieira. And for the metro, my friends, 34 Orlando and Winter Park, 33 DeLand, Sanford, 35 for us in Daytona Beach. So yeah, it really is a chilly forecast. Joshua, just a pun because we just moved from Michigan to Florida. Okay, got it. I'm like, well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Michigan weather, that's a whole other animal of sorts. That's a whole other animal. Here's a look, by the way, wide shot, showing how, I mean, the chill has made it all the way down to Miami. They're in the 40s right now in Miami-Dade, for goodness sake. And if we look at the U.S., just to compare the temperatures, okay, for funsies, 41 in Orlando. I mean, the entire nation is in the midst of a big chill. Though I will say, interestingly enough, it is chillier in Orlando right now than in Billings, Montana. I feel like that's a social post. Yeah, that's a horse of a different color. Exactly, Chris. Yeah. Jennifer says, took my mom to the airport at 4 a.m. and it wasn't bad. Let the dog out at 7:30 and froze. Yep. Georgiana says, chilly forecast, a good day for a hot bowl. I had a bowl of chili. Well, I had a cup of chili yesterday. I can't really have a bowl. But I had a cup of chili yesterday. I went to Steak and Shake for the first time in maybe 15 years. That chili's good. That chili's good. Yeah. It's kind of interesting, isn't it, though? It's colder in Orlando than in Boise, Idaho, or Billings, Montana. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And he says, come on, spring. I know, right? Right? Everybody's a critic. Everybody wants what they don't have. Isn't that the case? Isn't it? Cold in Ohio in the 20s, yeah. Let's check Orlando International Airport. Not that there's weather-related issues, but there are a few delays. Not too bad, though. All right, so that's kind of where we're at, my friends. We've got a real chill in place. I would tell you, to be honest, this morning and this afternoon, have the jackets handy. Ooh, Terry says making beef stew in the crock pot. Ooh, you vixen of the kitchen. I love it. I want to make some matzo ball soup. I think it's appropriate. Stephanie says no spring. Listen, we're not quite there yet. We're not quite there yet. We have our fireplace on. Oh, that sounds nice, Victoria. Maria, good morning to you. I hope you're having a great start to the day. Fire in the fireplace and chili in the crock pot. Good day today. Yep. I would say it's a good day today. Whatever your plans are, though, have long sleeves. Seriously. I mean, it is going to be a chilly forecast. Chilly forecast. Yeah, I had chili for lunch yesterday, and all I could think of is how I want to make that today. Yeah. Heather says, oh, I really don't want to cover my plants again. Listen, if you live north of town, for tonight, I mean, it's honest to goodness, I get it. I don't want you to have to do it either. But at the end of the day, especially if you live north of town, where that freeze is hitting, yeah, that's the case. So who gets a frost, who gets a freeze? Using our Futurecast model data, render, there you go. Using our Futurecast model data, here's what we're thinking, okay? For much of the metro, frost concerns. For areas essentially West Volusia, West Flagler, northern Western Lake, all of Marion, and just about all of Sumter, we're looking for you at a freeze, and especially like northern Marion County here, there are some areas that could get into a hard freeze out near Williston, Fellowship. I think Citra and Anthony, you should be okay. But yeah, most of town is going to be in the freeze department up that way. All right. Ooh, Italian wedding soup, Victoria. I like it. Tamara says plants will be covered for a couple more nights in West Volusia. I would agree. You've got the freeze. Even in my neighborhood with the frost, I mean, all of us almost are looking at a frost. Even I'm a little concerned, if I'm honest, about the frost. I don't know that I'll do anything about it, but yeah. Beverly says, I'm wearing my northern sweaters and loving it. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. I love it. So that's where we're at, my friends. Questions, comments, concerns, anything? You got anything for me? As I pop up the 7-day forecast. Dolores says, Victoria, I'm coming to your house for the fireplace. I like it. Listen, it's great. Yeah, Chris. Chris says it best. If you're concerned, then let's go ahead and cover it up, right? For me, I'm not that concerned. It's 39. It was 39 at my house. It's now climbed to 40 at my house. That's right now. Tonight will be even colder. Annie says, I guess I'll have to cover my plants. Ugh. My brother Frank, I think I'm going to have to wear socks today, which that should tell you everything you need. Michael, good morning. It's okay that you're late. It's all right. Good morning to you. We're just hanging out. Christy says, I remember in the 90s, I lived in Spring Hill. I was swimming on my birthday, which is February 2nd. Wow, how times have changed. I live in Galveston Bay, Texas, and I think we're warmer here than Florida. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. Florida's chillier than Boise, Idaho, you know? That doesn't happen all the time. So it is what it is. Any questions, comments, concerns? I'm working on more long-range forecast stuff. Open your windows for a little bit. The cold weather cleans the air and kills the germs. Does it, Dolores? Is that a thing? Carol, did my palms survive the Christmas freeze? You can use a patio umbrella to cover them. Mine did, yeah. Yeah, mine did. I covered them up and they're good to go. Karen, our local Channel 5 meteorologist is a fan of yours. He's doing his own version of Coffee Talk. Karen, where are you? Are you up in Plattsburgh by chance? Burlington area? Sharon, good morning. How are ya? It is a thing. Now that the sun's up, I'll be opening my windows. I mean, the fresh air, I get it, but like the germ thing, I guess just cleaning out the air, ventilating the house makes sense. I don't know. Sean, a week without the husband. Oh, what shall I do? Girl, you party. You watch trash TV, you eat popcorn and ice cream for dinner, you just hang out. Yeah. Karen, I'm in Vermont. Yeah, WPTZ, that's my station. I make their weather graphics. I have made their weather graphics. Yeah. Notice that looks pretty much identical to his. I could tell you, I can put their logo up on the bottom of the screen. Here, let's do it for fun. WPTZ. WPTZ, there it is. There you go. There you go. Now I'm from Channel 5 in Burlington, Vermont. All right, we're back to Wesh. My palms didn't make it during the freeze at all, Galveston Bay. Oh, really? Geez Louise. I only have 2 poinsettias. They'll survive. Mine went. In the Christmas freeze, mine went. Taylor, think of hospitals. They're always so cold because germs don't move as fast in the cold. I guess it makes sense. That's funny. Plattsburgh, North Pole, and Burlington. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah. All right. So that's kind of where we're at, my friends. Any questions, comments, concerns? Bobby, is the rest of the winter going to be warm? So we've put out our long-range forecast for January and February. Let's look and see where we're at. Here's the January forecast. We're in the 14th. Yep, trending colder. Yep, and then by the 16th, 17th, getting warmer. Models, models are showing a little bit of a cooler stretch for the 20th and the 21st. But look at February. I will tell you, February is looking to be a bit more of an active stretch. So there's going to be other chilly stretches coming up here during the month of February. Yeah. It's not going to be cool from here on out. No. Ekene, if that's your name. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. In Florida, we're always kind of ebbing and flowing. So, yeah, so that's our long-range forecast for February. Looks like it's going to be trending cooler. Yep. My husband pulled the poinsettias into the garage during the last cold. Probably not a bad idea. Probably not a bad idea. Yeah, should we leave our sinks on drip because of the cold? I mean, we're not getting into like that hard of a freeze, you know. But as always, if you're worried, leave it on a drip. What's it going to cost you? A penny, 2 pennies, like a slow drip, you know, just something to keep the water moving a little bit. But you know, we're not into like a hard freeze. That's into hard freeze territory. So yeah, I think that we're going to be okay. At least it's not as cold as Christmas. It's true, Shauna. That is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. All right. That's all I got. You good? I'm good. Let's have a great Saturday, people. Let's stay warm today. It's a chilly one, all right? From morning to noon to night, it is a chilly one. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so very much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. We will be chatting again on TV in a couple of minutes, and of course, Coffee Talk tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. All right? Be good, y'all. See you tomorrow.